For part 3 of this video series, we're going to briefly discuss how we can encourage the growth mindset.
Got set in this idea that I have to succeed, it's all or nothing. And when that's the case, what's the easiest way to make sure you succeed? What?
Never try.
Exactly. Don't set your goals too high. You're going to succeed if you never want to get up here. It's easy to succeed if you stay down here. Now, with mindsets, the problem again is they do make you tend to get stuck. And looking at the idea of intelligence, you can really see how intelligence, because we have kind of deified it in our culture, people have these mindsets about it and what it means. Every one of my patients, they always ask me what their IQ is. And then I usually try to tell them, I'll tell you, but you don't really need to know. It's not as meaningful as you think. But they always want to know IQ because even though they don't know what it means, they think they know what it means. Now, one nice thing, and what we're going to focus the rest of this talk today on, is Dr. Dweck's work, where really she started researching this concept of mindsets. And she found that it does have a big impact on your decision making. It is going to affect both your opinion about failure and your opinion about achievement and what you should do. But the good news is she also found it's possible to change your mindset. It is able to possibility to change for people. So one of her studies, which I kind of like, basically she was looking at mindsets, and she did actually look at intelligence, the idea of intelligence, and she did find that people who have what she called a fixed mindset, which we'll go into a little bit more later, have the idea that intelligence is just set. You got what you got and nothing more. And what she tended to find is those people were people who were less likely to be risk takers. They were less likely to push themselves. They stayed in the safe field. Going back to my wife, for example, her family really wanted her to be an accountant. That's what she should do. And she decided no, she was going to go back to school and do more. Now, after Dr. Dweck's initial research, she then was curious to see, okay, now we know that mindsets do have a big impact. We do know that it sets someone's opinion about intelligence, and it does seem to have an impact on their life. She decided to look into, can it be changed? She did a very nice, beautiful little social psychology experiment, where what she did was, she took some children, I think it was 5th graders, if I remember correctly, and she gave them some logic tests to do. Just for 10 minutes or something. They did the logic tests, she took them and scored them. Then she gave it back to them, but she gave them some feedback when she did that. She either said, wow, you must be really smart, you did really good. Or she said, you must have worked really hard, you did really good. Or she just said, wow, this was really hard. And left it at that. Actually, the last one I got wrong. I just said, her last one, she had a neutral statement where she just said, you got a good grade. And what she then did was, she gave the kids another page to do of these logic questions. And on that task, what she found was, the kids where she just said, you got a good grade, where they had a neutral feedback, they did about the same. The kids where she said, you must be really smart, they did okay. But the kids where she said, wow, you must have worked really hard, they actually answered 30% more of the items. So they did a lot further. And what was even funnier was at the end of it, they wanted to do more. They said they wanted to continue, versus the kids who were told they were smart said, yeah, can we not do that again? That wasn't the funnest thing. So she found that a really simple, really literally a 10-minute intervention did seem to have an impact on behavior. And then from that, being a good social psychologist, she decided she had to look into it a little bit further. And she did a study where she looked at an elementary school. And first she established what the mindset of the children was, which was generally a fixed mindset about intelligence. And then they designed an intervention of, I believe it was 6 parts, done over the course of several weeks, where basically they tried to tell the children that intelligence is something that's changeable, that through hard work and effort you can improve. It's like a muscle that keeps growing. And then she measured that afterwards. And I should say, when she did that, she tried to encourage them that intelligence is changeable by teaching them about the brain and about neuroplasticity. She also talked to them about giving them vivid examples, like things, for example, talking about when you weightlift, how you can watch your muscles get bigger. And she also gave them opportunities for self-reflection, where she could have them look at their own lives and see times when they either succeeded or didn't succeed and what happened there, what was going on. And at the end of the school year, when they looked at it, the kids who were in that intervention where they were given that information about a growth mindset actually had a more positive attitude about school and were having higher grades. And then in her subsequent research, she's been able to find that they have higher grades for years. Where if they're not learning something different, they're not having a different way of learning math or things of that sort, it's more of an attitude. It's about their mindset, about their ability to succeed. How good are women at math? What?
Brilliant.
Well, we all know the mindset, though. A woman shouldn't be an engineer. But that's that mindset again. That's the type of thing we need to change, and that's what she's trying to work on in her research.
Hi, this is Dr. Landy again. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to listen to the next one in this series. You can always reach out to us if you have any questions, concerns, or want to look into any services. Thank you very much.